secondary hood latches. That could increase the risk of the hood opening while the vehicle's moving. The other issue with the rear of Model 3s, a backup camera that can fail. That problem traced to a cable that can be damaged by opening and closing the trunk.
Dell Technologies' New Year event can help you save up to 45% on Windows 11 Pro PCs with powerful hardware-based security. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
This is important news. If you have unfiled tax returns, the IRS is shifting gears and ramping up investigations on non-filers this year. If you fail to file your tax returns for a year or more, or you owe back taxes, now's the time to call Optima Tax Relief before the IRS finds you. Optima is America's #1 most trusted tax resolution firm, specialize in helping individuals, families, and businesses get right with the IRS. They're experts in the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, a powerful new program that can make resolving tax issues easier. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, Optima's award-winning team has helped thousands of people protect their paychecks, bank accounts, homes, and businesses by putting their tax problems to rest, resolving over $1 billion in tax debts for their clients. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
From the Hertine and Stalker Studios in the heart of the Hawkeye Nation, this is the mighty 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City.
Hertine and Stalker Jewelers, making memories, making moments.
Now, Iowa City's news first.
I'm Tommy Lang with KCJJ News. A winter storm will bring snow to the region on Saturday and Saturday night. Several inches of accumulation are possible. Strong northwest winds, gusting over 30 miles per hour, will also accompany the system. Wind chills in the -15 to -25 degree range are likely Saturday night. We'll have an updated weather forecast coming up at the end of this newscast. Iowa City's 911 dispatchers received a call Wednesday morning regarding a bomb threat at a Coralville grocery store. The daily activity log shows a call coming in at 11:15 a.m. regarding Trader Joe's on Poncetti Way. The type of call was changed at the time from a simple threat to a bomb threat. No further details have been released at this time, although KCJJ has been told the bomb threat was a hoax. Officials with the College Community School District say students and staff at an elementary school may have been unwittingly exposed to asbestos for several months. KCRG-TV reports that district officials sent a letter to parents Wednesday about the asbestos concern at Prairie Crest Elementary School. Winter break will be extended for cleanup measures. The letter states that a contractor replacing carpet failed to properly abate asbestos within the carpet glue before removing it during construction work in June. The asbestos was not detected until this month. Subsequent testing on Monday was clear of asbestos, but the district says it will continue to move ahead with cleanup efforts. An Iowa City man who faces several charges from incidents earlier this month has been arrested again this week. Police say 34-year-old Daryl Minifield of South Gilbert Street entered an apartment building on 21st Avenue Place in Coralville Monday afternoon by damaging the front door. Property management was on scene at the time and told authorities that Minifield does not lease a unit in the building. Damage to the door was estimated at $800. Minifield was charged with third-degree criminal mischief, an aggravated misdemeanor punishable by up to 2 years in jail if convicted. Minifield also faces second-degree theft, OWI, driving while barred, and possession of drug paraphernalia charges after he was allegedly found driving a stolen vehicle on December 16th. It was later determined that a phone in his possession was stolen from the Heartland Inn's employee break room the day before, and a third-degree burglary charge was added. In total, Minifield faces up to over 16 years in prison if convicted on all counts. In sports, the University of Iowa women's basketball game against Illinois, scheduled for Sunday at 2 o'clock at Carver Hawkeye Arena, has been postponed out of abundance of caution due to positive COVID-19 tests within the Illini program. The Iowa women's basketball team has now scheduled a game against Evansville for Sunday at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Tip-off for that game set for 11 o'clock Sunday morning, and it will air live on the Big Ten Network. The matchup is the second between the two teams. Iowa defeated Evansville 76-64 during the 1983-84 season. All game tickets and parking passes previously issued for the Iowa game versus Illinois will be valid for the game on Sunday versus Evansville. Doors open at 10 a.m. Fans looking to purchase tickets are encouraged to do so at HawkeyeSports.com. In the event the Illinois game is able to be rescheduled, season ticket holders will be issued a new ticket for that game at a later date. For more information on Iowa women's basketball, including schedule updates, you can go to the Iowa women's basketball section at HawkeyeSports.com. With KCJJ News, I'm Tommy Lang.
KCJJ Weather, brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
With a look at your forecast, I'm meteorologist Ashley O'Connor. Mainly cloudy with areas of fog tonight and a low temp near 20 degrees. Overcast tomorrow with lingering fog. High temps will reach the upper 30s. Chilly on New Year's Eve with a low temp in the upper single digits. A winter storm watch is in effect on New Year's Day for plowable snow. Very cold after that system exits the region. Lows on Saturday night will approach 10 below zero. That's KCJJ weather. Currently, it's 29.
You're listening to Molly Suter on the mighty 1630 KCJJ.
Cindy's here too.
Hi.
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 Hiya.
All right. We need to. Maybe not the funny highs.
I like them. I think I'm gonna do them. I'm gonna continue to do them.
I like the bye.
I can do that. We can do that too. So I was just listening to the forecast, and do you remember a few years ago on New Year's Day it was like a high of -10?
I mean, it feels like that's every single.
It does, but particularly one year I was sleeping over at a friend's house. We were doing like an old-fashioned slumber party, which doesn't work now as adults because all you want to do is sleep at.
Well, you can't
11.
sleep on the floor. Like
well,
you did
exactly.
When you were a kid.
She had a futon
Okay.
for me, so.
But still, I want to be in my own bed.
Yeah, I'm like I
sleep in a king size, very nice bed. So.
Even as a kid, I didn't really like sleepovers because I'm like, why would I sleep on your floor when I could sleep in my bed? Like we can just hang out during the day. But anyway, so in the night, it was so cold the heating went out. Like the power went out. And so we woke up, it was like 50 degrees in her basement apartment. And so
yikes.
It was so cold. And that day we got up and we went to a movie because we all had it off work. And it was -10 and just breathing felt like knives.
Right, your
lungs.
face hurts. Your face hurts when you walk outside.
It wasn't even the face. Like, it did hurt, but, like, after a while it just goes numb. But, like, breathing in, like, it feels like swords are stabbing your lungs.
Your nose hairs, like, freeze instantly. Yeah.
I don't have a lot of nose hairs yet.
I don't have a huge amount, but what little I do.
Yeah.
I just completely freeze.
No, my friend told me, like, it wasn't that year, but it was a few years before. It was, like, deep freeze days, and, like, all the girls on her college campus didn't wear eye makeup that day because, like, the mascara would freeze.
Well, this is a couple years ago. We went to Colorado to go skiing with the kids. I didn't ski, but we stayed at some place, and we had to, we did one of those, what are they, the Airbnb places. So it was somebody's condo, basically. And so several buildings down was the pool. So we would have to walk from the pool to our place. And it was so cold. And this doesn't have to be Colorado, it could be anywhere. But it was so cold that, like, I, like, was laughing because I'm like, look! And I, like, pulled up my hair that was still wet. And it just dried that way. It, like, froze that way.
Oh, my
It was so awesome. I mean, it was cold. But it made it more fun. The walk more fun.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that was funny.
Like Pippi Longstocking?
Yeah, and we all had long hair at the time, so we were all kind of goofing around with it. It was pretty funny.
I don't think I've ever, like, frozen my hair.
I think I have pictures of it somewhere, but...
Like, today I was clearing off my car, and it was actually pretty nice. It was, like, in the 30s, so I was, like... I was wearing this. I wasn't wearing a coat or anything. I don't put my coat on unless it's, like, 20 or below. And so I was clearing off the car, and I forgot what we were talking about.
Snow and cold and...
Snow and cold and
wet hair?
Yes. I had just taken a shower, and my hair was still wet, but it wasn't cold enough to freeze, because it was, like 34 or whatever it was today.
Have you ever done the thing? I don't remember what the temperature has to be, but I think it has to be below 0, where you take hot, like boiling water, and you throw it outside, and it'll instantly turn to
snow.
Like, just like steam. It looks like a big puff of steam almost. Like ice, I guess.
It
like
cold.
disappears. It doesn't really...
Because, like, people do that in Siberia.
Yeah, it goes solid. Like, I don't remember what the temperature is. I'm not a science person, but it has to be, like, below freezing,
I don't remember either. I have a few friends who live in Winnipeg, Canada, and something having to do with where they're located geographically, it gets so cold in the winter. Like, they frequently are colder than Mars in the winter, and I'm like, how do you guys deal with this? I don't get it. And so they could probably do something like that.
Yeah, we can do it here, but it's just got to be a certain temperature.
It has to be like one of the coldest days
It's not even, I don't even think it has to be that cold. It just has to be like under 0 or whatever it is. Fahrenheit or Celsius or whatever.
I have my phone here.
Then you can make ice cream with the snow, and
just don't use yellow snow.
Right. I'm just excited because it takes me about 3 minutes to shovel off my little driveway. I have so little compared to what I've had to do in the last 10 years.
Yeah, my landscaping guys have already come twice.
I don't think the park I live in, they don't come real quick with the snow plow, but at least I don't have to do it. And I don't really need to, I don't have to like dig out my driveway before I can leave. That's the problem I had with my last house, is that I'd have to shovel for 2 hours just to be able to get the car down the driveway. Mm-hmm. That's not fun.
I don't think I'm asking this question right to Google. Oh, wait. How can boiling water turn to snow? Let's do this. It needs to be on a minus 22 Fahrenheit day. So that's why it happens in, like, Siberia.
But, like, that's normal in Iowa, I feel like.
Negative 22 Fahrenheit?
I feel like that's every single winter.
No, it's not.
That's what you say. You remember that winter when it was really cold? I'm like, every winter? Like,
no, I'm talking about, it only goes that cold, like, during the actual, like, deep freezes, which we've had maybe 3 of in the last 10 years.
I feel like we have that every single winter.
We don't.
I also feel like we have 5,000 inches of snow. Although last winter seemed more cruel than normal.
Yes, because it started in October before
and it didn't
Halloween.
end until April or May. It felt like
April for sure. Yeah, no, that definitely felt crueler, and so I was definitely grateful. Although it doesn't have good implications for the planet, I was grateful that we didn't have winter until like Christmas this year.
Right.
I feel
and hopefully
very
it's
lucky
only for
about
like
that.
a week or two. Kind of like spring. Why can't we have winter like we have spring?
Exactly.
2 weeks, then we're done.
I would like spring and winter to switch. 2 weeks of winter and then 5 months of spring.
Exactly.
It's my favorite season. Despite all the allergies and stuff, I just like things melting and it
looking
getting bright. Exactly. And it's not like too hot, so you can be outside for a while and not be like, at least me.
Yeah, it's like our summers and our winters are too long here in Iowa.
Yeah. Although, I will say, in recent years, I have been appreciating summer way more, especially because when we've had, like, those really bad winters. Mm-hmm. Like, last winter, it was so long, October to April. And so I just really appreciated the summer more.
You gotta have the bad with the good, I guess. That's why you gotta have the...
Why can't I just have the good?
Because then it wouldn't be good. It would be just that thing that always happens.
But why can't it be the thing
You have to have some comparison. I mean, you don't have to have super bad to feel super good, but...
Right. Oh, yeah. At least we're not Alaska with months of darkness.
I know, or like... Isn't Russia the one also that has like white nights where they like?
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
You said Alaska. Russia is the same way, don't they have like the white nights where it's dark all the time?
I don't think Russia
or light all the time.
I don't think Russia is as far north, or is it?
What's white nights then?
Wait,
they do something.
You know, parts of Russia are that far north. You know, you're right.
I'm looking up White Nights.
I
should remember this from the Mikhail Baryshnikov movie, but Baryshnikov. Did I say that right?
I don't know.
So, of course, when I look up White Nights in Russia,
you know, nights as in N-I or like K-N-I.
So it's 80 or so evenings running from May to the end of July when the city emerges from long months of cold and darkness.
Oh.
So they must have very long nights.
What city is that?
St. Petersburg.
Really? I guess Russia is more far north than I thought it was.
It's an all-night arts festival. That's what the White Nights are.
Oh. Cool. I've been recently, this account on TikTok has been popping up on my For You page. It's this woman living on Svalbard Island, which is like way up in the Arctic Circle, and like nothing grows there, and they're plunged into darkness for like 3 months out of the year.
I follow some of those, not her, I don't think, but there's one guy that lives in, I believe, in Alaska or Canada, where it's really super cold, and he like literally lives in a shack. Like him and his buddy, they both have like shacks, and they're like no rent, he just fell behind during COVID, and his family had some property, so he just put a shack up on it, and he like TikToks about how he gets heat out there. He has battery stuff, and he just charges his phone at work, and he's got battery packs and stuff, and he's got a little stove, camp stove. And
I just think that would be so much work. And then like, what if one of your like heating things fails? Then you like just freeze to death in your shack.
He literally looks like, the shed to me looks kind of like those fishing sheds. You know what I'm talking about? Like the ice fishing sheds.
Oh,
it kind of looks like that. I mean, not the luxury ones that I've seen, but like the basic ones.
Yeah, just the little ones on top of the ice.
There's literally enough room for his bed, maybe a shelf or two, and just he's just. But I gotta say, he seems real happy.
Well, sure.
Like,
if it makes you happy, go for it.
He doesn't mind the cold, obviously, but like he just seems happy because everything's simple and everything's just sort of there,
which is good. Yeah. I'm glad that he's happy. I just feel like that would make me anxious. If living in that kind of climate, and like if something goes wrong, like I would freeze to death,
right?
And nobody would find me.
I could maybe do the shack living in a more tepid, like
exactly,
but not in the middle of wherever the heck he's at. I don't even know where he's at. It's at some place I can't pronounce, so I'm assuming it's Canada or somewhere.
Right. So what does the chat room have to say? He's now become one of the. Oh, he was spelling the name you said earlier.
Baryshnikov. You know who that is. You probably don't know who that is, do you?
No.
Oh my God.
No.
He was a ballet dancer. Oh, did you ever watch Sex and the City?
No, and I've said that before. I couldn't get into it.
He was one of Carrie's like Russian artist love partners.
Oh. Interesting. Like he played one, or like series had her date this ballet dancer.
He wasn't a ballet dancer in the series. He was like a tortured, artist.
Okay, so he
like a really well-known artist.
Acted in the series. Is what you're saying.
He played an artist that was very, very well known, apparently in Russia or someplace, and he was very rich. Because apparently, if you're single in New York, you always date really rich people. I don't think that really happens in real life. I think if I moved to New York...
If it did, I would move.
You'd have to date somebody rich to live in New York.
Exactly. No, all the people who live in New York or all the rich people who live in New York are either like too old for me to date, or like the sons of really rich people.
Probably. But there's people that work at Starbucks that live in New York.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they do it.
I don't know how they do it either.
You know what? I'm guessing they probably have like 4 jobs.
Yeah, or they find those. There's like rent-controlled places, or however that stuff works.
Or their parents are supporting.
I do follow a guy he's like a teacher, and he does like 10 different things. But he has been on this journey to get, he keeps calling it affordable housing in New York. Mm-hmm. So he said he's been on the list for 4 years and he finally got an apartment.
Ooh. In the chat room, I knew someone who lived in NYC and dated Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx?
Yeah.
That's not the flex you think it is.
What?
Jamie Foxx, I do not like him.
Why not?
He listens to his own music when he makes love to a woman. Is one of the reasons.
I didn't know that. I just know he's hot.
Jamie Foxx?
Yeah. You don't think,
he's hot?
You don't think he's hot?
Not at all. No.
Okay.
He's one of the people that if I see him in a movie, I may not watch that movie. Only because of him.
Is it because you find him creepy?
He bugs me. I don't know why. He just bugs the crap out of me. Him and Adam Sandler. That's another one I won't watch anymore.
Two very different actors.
I have very strong opinions about certain actors.
Apparently. No, I rarely find Adam Sandler movies funny either.
I used to like him, and then, well, he did Grown Ups too, and I've had that conversation before. Worst movie ever. Speaking of that, so last week, my daughter's like, who's Scott?
Who is Scott?
Yeah, and I'm like, I know one Scott, I work with him. I'm like, why? And she's like, she sent me a picture of our Netflix family account, and there's my profile, her profile, Katie's profile, the kids' profile, which they always do on everything, and Scott. And she's like, and he's got Grown Ups on his list, which is not as bad as Grown Ups 2. But still, I'm like, what? And so we looked at it, and I think it was somewhere in Iowa City, the account was set. Like, that profile was
Oh, my gosh.
set. And there's only, like, 3 things on it. But I'm like...
So someone hacked into your...
I mean, I changed my password, and I deleted that account, but...
You know, I think it's so funny when, like, if people, like, hack into your Netflix or Spotify or something, like, and they're just not slick about it. They make their own profile,
Right.
like you would notice, or they make, like, a ton of new playlists on Spotify, or, like, delete your existing playlists on Spotify. And I'm just like... Surely you want to go undetected. If you just played the odd Spotify song, like, during a time when I don't usually listen, I probably won't notice.
Right. Yeah, so I had an ex that was still on my, I think it was Amazon or something, I forget what it was, or HBO or something, and I kind of forgot about it until I noticed all these, like, dinosaur movies started popping up. And I'm like, he had a kid that really loved dinosaurs. I'm like, all right, I'm changing my password. Not that I don't want his kid to watch movies, but, like, don't add stuff
don't use my account.
Yeah, and honestly, if it is somebody I know, just ask me. I might actually give it to you. Whoops.
No? Someone calling you?
Allie is, yeah.
Put her on air. Hey, Allie.
I'll ask her. I'm just sending her a text.
Can it be show content?
But, like, on Netflix, you got to pay extra to do more screens. That's why I don't share my Netflix with anybody but my family. Because I don't want to pay for the 4 screens.
Oh, you can get... I thought it was 4, like...
Unless they've changed the...
I thought it was 4... Because... Actually, that's not true. I was going to say, like, oh, my family has 4, but no. Like, Mom and Dad share one. Amy has one, and I have one. So we have 3.
Well, you can have as many profiles as you want, but only, like, depending on what you pay. At least this is the way... I haven't looked at the payment plan, but it used to be for an extra $2 or $3 a month or whatever, you can get 4 people can watch at the same time.
Oh, that's right.
So 4 different screens can watch at the same time.
Oh, yeah, we don't have that.
And I think I dropped down to 2 because none of us really watch it all the time.
There have been several points where it's like, I don't think even 3 people can watch at the same time for my family's profile, because sometimes, like, Amy will be watching something, Mom and Dad will be watching something, and I'll want to watch something too, and then it's like, too many people are watching.
So you must have the 2
Yeah,
thing.
so we must have the 2 things, and it usually works out.
Yeah.
But
And when we were in the same household, we could just yell, "Hey, can you turn off The Office? Mom, you don't need to watch it again."
Yeah. I don't really have that option unless it's Amy, but I don't want to be like, "Amy, stop watching your show because I want to."
Well, and there's a multitude of other things you can watch too. I mean, it's not like you only have. But that's why I don't share. I don't want to share my Netflix because we have limited options there. But I'll share other stuff.
Like you'll share Hulu or
I mean, within reason. Don't be. I don't want everyone hitting me up for my password, but
you just get a flood of requests.
If I like you, I will share with you, but
I will not share my password. Do not even ask.
It was just weird. Like, what the heck?
That is weird.
And I'm pretty sure it's not the guy that I work with because he did. I have never. It was like set up on my old email that he doesn't even like. I don't even hand out to anyone.
So Scott in Iowa City, if you're listening, don't do that. Just pay for Netflix.
I mean, good chances are good that it's not an actual Scott that did it.
He just chose.
He even put a picture, like not his picture, but a picture. Of,
like an avatar.
It was some like 50s like actor. Like I don't even know who the guy was. I want to say it was the guy that used to play Batman, but I couldn't quite recognize who it was.
Well, I mean, the avatars that you can pick for your like profile image have to be something from like a Netflix original.
So I don't know what he picked. I have my picture though on mine, because mine's connected to like Facebook or whatever. So my Facebook picture shows up on that, I think.
Oh, maybe that's him then. Maybe like he has like an old 50s actor guy as his profile picture.
I don't know.
On
I kind of like panicked and just kind of deleted that profile and changed my.
Yes.
And it gave me an opportunity to figure out how to change my email too. So now I get, because the problem was I had an old email, so I was like, I don't ever check to see, hey, another device signed in. Allie said she will cuss if we put her on the air.
Don't.
I wish we do too.
I wish she could. I wish we could. I wish we could all curse on this show. Anyway, somebody in the chat room, Christopher in the chat room, asked me a very good question, and it's clear he does not follow me on my Facebook page. Not my personal Facebook, but the Facebook page, The Molly Suter Show, on Facebook. He asked, Molly, will you do an end-of-the-year show with your 2021 songs? What are your top 10? I do that for albums on my Facebook page, and nobody has been interacting with them. So if you like that page, please go like them. You don't even have to read them. Just like them.
The Molly Suter Show, right?
The Molly Suter Show. Do not friend me on my personal account. I will not add you.
Molly's really antisocial on Facebook.
No, it's just like... So... On Christmas, like, I uploaded this picture of me, my sister, and my friend. We were like, Merry Christmas, and so this guy I don't even know, like, commented Merry Christmas, which is, like, nice, I guess, but it's like, I don't know you. Why are you commenting on... This is not, like, a public figure's public page. This is my personal Facebook page, and so I really should probably just put it on private. But, like, it's never been an issue before now, so please do not follow me on my personal account.
You can follow me. I like strangers.
But anyway, as far as, like, a top 10 song list, I'm going to say one of them is Anyone by Justin Bieber. I think that song is excellent. This is in no particular order, by the way. I don't think I could rank songs. That's why I do albums. Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo. Driver's License, Olivia Rodrigo. This Is Heaven, Nick Jonas. This technically came out last year, but I really loved it this year. Heat Waves by Glass Animals. Levitating, Dua Lipa. And Love Again, Dua Lipa. Again, I think those were last year technically, but I was really into them this year, so I think that's like 7. That's not 10, but whatever. So those are my top songs. I hope that satisfied your question. And go follow me on my show's Facebook page, The Molly Suter Show, on Facebook. I have a top 10 albums there. I just posted the second one. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to go look. You have to go look. and like my page.
Smash that like button.
Smash the like button, please.
Follow for part 2.
What I found funny was I posted the announcement for it. I was like, I'm going to do, because I did it last year, and I'm like, I'm going to do another top 10 albums of 2021, and it got like 10 likes, the announcement part, and then like, I posted it, I'm almost done, and it's almost nothing. I think it's so funny. I'm glad for the surface level support. I need you to support a little
the long-term support.
But yeah. Anyway, that's my guilt trip, people.
Go get her page.
Go like my page. Anyway, what's your top 10 songs for this year, Cindy?
I don't have any. I could tell you all the songs that have gotten stuck in my head from TikTok.
Yeah, do that.
The one I almost want to every day. I almost want to say, guess what song stuck in my head today?
Is it the
today is I ain't never been with a baddie.
Although
I was bugging my daughter with it. I'm like, I've been with a daddy.
I'm sure she hated that.
I said, and I've been with an addict.
You
alcohol, but
you should make that a TikTok. Find some clever way to do that, and I think
I'd have to sing on TikTok, and there's no way, or rap or whatever that is.
It's mostly rap, I think.
I don't know the words to that song though, so I had to like make up. That's the song that's been stuck in my head all day.
Yeah, that's really been stuck in my head as well. And just because it's every other TikTok.
Right. That and the A, B, C.
Oh,
D.
yeah, that's someone in the chat room just said that. They like that song. I really like that song too. I've played it a few times. I get a lot of.
Did that really come from like somebody just on a dare made a song about anything? Like I thought I saw a TikTok where the girl's like, yeah, this song came from a TikTok post, but maybe I misunderstood the TikTok.
I don't know.
I'm old and I don't really understand.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it's a good song, but lyrically, it's pretty simple. It's just telling people to like. Get lost. No, you can't say that.
I can say F you, can I?
No, you can't. You can say get lost.
Why can't you say the letters?
Steve doesn't want to.
Oh, okay. But you can play the song?
But we have a version that says forget you.
Oh, forget you.
So we can play that.
Can I say fudge?
I have not received any instruction on that. So, I guess.
Okay.
Say forget you, I guess.
Forget you.
Forget you.
That doesn't really go with the song, though.
It doesn't, but
it completely changes.
That's the version we can play, so I play it. Yeah. No, it doesn't pack quite the punch as the original, but it is a good song, and I do like it.
Yeah, but I only know like the one little. And I didn't even know, and your mom, and your dad, and your whatever.
So,
your job.
Your
broke a job.
Your broke down car.
Broke down car. And something about your job.
Your sister, your mom, your job, everyone but your dog. You can all get lost.
Oh. So only part of that song is stuck in my head. The first alphabet song.
That's what I've noticed about a lot of TikTok songs. Like, the best parts of the song will go viral, and I will listen to the rest of the song and be like, the rest of the song really isn't it. But that's not the case with this song, because the entire song is, like...
a bop.
Yeah. But yeah, so TikTok is really just putting the meat of the song into... like sounds, which I like. I think it's efficient.
Yeah, but like if you've got a brain like mine, you get those songs just on autoplay, like constantly throughout the entire day, which can be a little annoying. I don't know how to stop that.
I don't either.
And don't say medication because
no, I would never.
Wait, does that stop? Does ADHD medication stop that sort of thing?
Actually, I haven't been on ADHD medication in a while. Once I graduated college, I just decided to give myself an extended break. And I haven't gone back, although I might. But anyway, I don't quite remember. All I know is that on ADHD meds, I was just, like, hyper-focused. And it wasn't necessarily on the work I was supposed to be doing. Like, if I was already focused on that and then took my meds, I would be hyper-focused on the work I was supposed to be doing. But if I wasn't doing that, I could be hyper-focused on something random I'm looking up on Wikipedia.
Well, that's what I do anyway.
Whatever. Well, that's just how it manifested for me. Some people, like need the medication to, like, function. And I'm not one of those. So I don't know how to answer your question because I don't actually remember.
Because it would be nice to quiet the brain every once in a while, but...
It does help quiet the brain. It's not quite as frantic. Mm-hmm. So maybe it would help. Or maybe it would just hyper-focus on the songs in your head.
And then I would remember the words to the songs, maybe. That would be even worse.
Not necessarily.
That would be even worse. Oh, well. My messy brain.
What was Allie calling you about?
Just, I don't think she realized I was here.
On air, yeah.
Because my kids don't pay attention to what I tell them. She doesn't listen. She's, at this moment, not listening to AM radio.
My sister never listens to the show either. Even during severe weather, I'm like, Amy, tune into the station. Like, we're giving live updates, and
she's like, I have an app.
Or she's like, I'm scared of the storm, and I'm like, listen to our coverage, and so you won't be so scared of it, or whatever. And she just doesn't do it. But I did tell my friend who does the movie night every Monday to tune into the station to listen to us during severe weather coverage. But he tuned in right when, like, all the warnings were expiring. So Tommy and I were talking about, like, cheese or something. And he's like, why did you make me listen to this? You're talking about cheese. And I'm like, we're just biding our time. It's not my fault you chose to tune in, like, right when the warnings were being canceled. So.
And I'm sure it was exciting talk about cheese.
Oh, it was. It was.
We could talk about cheese.
We could. I do like cheese.
I love it.
We had, my friend Britt was here for Christmas, and she made her family's mac and cheese recipe. It was so good.
Like homemade from scratch?
Yes.
Not just add stuff to
Oh, no. Homemade from scratch. It was
See, and
really
I don't,
good.
I still like the box better.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Although I do like the box. I just prefer, like, oven baked.
And I don't like my macaroni and cheese oven baked. I think it dries it out.
You know what? It does, but that's why you have to eat it very, very quickly. Like right out the oven. But I think of that for box as well. Like, mac and cheese is really good if it's, like, piping hot right out of the oven. If it's been sitting around for a while, it's inedible. It is inedible.
And I don't like it reheated either, necessarily.
Nope. No, only fresh mac and cheese for me.
That's when it's the best. Yes.
And honestly, I think about that with a lot of other stuff, too.
I don't mind leftovers. I can eat the same thing leftover. I'll make extra just so I can have it for 5 days straight.
I get bored. Maybe it's another ADHD
I did
thing.
trick my dad into saying good soup the other day. I don't think he realized. So I have like 9 pounds of ham left over from Christmas, and I've been trying to figure out ways to do it. Too. And so I stuck in a crock pot with a bunch of other stuff, and I invited my dad over for ham and whatever it was, soup, ham and potato soup.
Ooh,
and
that sounds good.
We're eating it, and I'm like, good soup. And he goes, yeah, good soup. I'm like, I wish I would have taped that. That would have been funny.
And just relay.
And I just laughed inside my brain, even though he had no idea what I was.
And just relay.
I'm like, good soup.
Just relay the sound over it. Good soup.
It was not very good soup, but it was okay.
Wait, really? That sounds good. Ham and potato?
Well, I I think I crammed too much, and this is what I always do with a crock pot. I put way too much stuff in it, and then there wasn't enough liquid. I don't know. It was okay. It was not great. He said it was fine. He said it was good. But he's always nice about my food.
Sorry, I was reading our chat room comments. Someone is like, you could do a top 10 album review on TikTok and change outfits every 10 seconds. That seems like a lot of work for like 200 views, which is what my TikToks usually get.
You have to do the transitions.
Yeah, that was a good suggestion, person in the chat room, but I'm not going to do it. You could do it, Cindy.
I get tired watching people do the transitions.
Me too.
There's one dude that he's older than me, and he does, first of all, he's very well dressed. Mm-hmm. But he's an older dude. Yeah. So I don't know where he learned how to do this, but he does all the transitions where he does the wipe up where, 1 second he's got a black shirt on and then he's got this whole new other outfit on.
Maybe he has a grandchild behind the scenes doing it all for him.
I don't get that sense. I get the sense that he's very hip.
Ooh, down with the kids?
Yeah. I mean, maybe a tech major or something like that. But he's all tattooed and he's all very, don't judge a book by its cover kind of thing. I would not, just looking at him, a picture of him, I wouldn't think that he would be all... It's pretty amazing. But I get exhausted because I'm like, God... Because they actually have to physically change their outfits between each one of these. So when you see those transitions where they're 10 different outfits, I don't want to get dressed more than once every day.
Yeah.
So the idea of doing a 2 or 3 minute or 1 minute video of 10 different outfits or even just 2 outfits.
If content creating like that was my job, I would. But I'm not, in the TikTok influencer fund or whatever Allie's a part of.
The creator fund.
The creator fund, yes. So.
I don't know how much people make. I mean, I'm sure there's money in it. I know there's been people
if you have, 1 billion followers, I'm sure.
Yeah. And I know there's people that get the ad support, they can sponsor, so they get sent stuff. And usually those people I end up unfollowing because it seems like...
Because, it becomes
I liked you when you were nothing.
Yeah.
Now your head's too big.
It's now you have brand endorsements.
Yeah. I mean, I want you to get that coin, but...
Yeah. No, I get you. It seems better if the person is more, down to earth or, just a person.
Although I'm getting...
Not an influencer.
Have you watched the girl that does the... She's she went to school for graphic design.
No.
And she does these... She's got a very straight face. The way she does her TikTok is just a very straight, deadpan. Mm-hmm. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to redo the Windows logo because I don't like the way it looks. And she does it in such a bad way. It's the worst way possible.
Yes, I have seen that.
And
That's
so she's been
funny.
getting, all sorts of swag from the different companies that are like, hey, do us. And, I think she got a computer from, Windows. Mm-hmm. And so she's redoing all these, and they'll redo the product packaging, the way she set it up as a joke. It's so funny. That I enjoy.
I have seen it a few times, but she hasn't come across my FYP in a while.
She hasn't popped up on mine in a while either. But
maybe she just doesn't do it anymore.
Some people that I guess I do FYP more than I do my own. Who I'm following, but
yeah, we've said that before. It's because FYP is always fresh,
exciting
or whatever.
And new.
Yeah, and then following the people that you follow tend to make a lot of the same things over and over and over.
That's true.
So I don't know. I rarely go to my following page.
I did have something. So Katie showed me something that popped up on her page. Mm-hmm. Literally just showed me on her phone. I swear to God, within 5 minutes, I was on TikTok scrolling the same video. She didn't send it to me. She just showed me on her phone, and the same video popped up on mine.
It's because you're, not to sound too tinfoil hatty, but your phone, listens to you.
I didn't have my phone with me at the time, though, I don't think.
What? Oh, I thought you were I thought like your phone was in your pocket or whatever.
I mean,
because if it was
house,
like,
I don't remember where my phone was at the time.
Anyway, but
I don't like carry my phone around the house the whole time.
But anyway, your phone does listen to you. Because one time I don't know, talking about like toothbrushes or whatever at a party with my sister. I had my phone in my pocket, and then like the next day I had like toothbrush ads on Facebook, and I'm like, that's sus. I don't like that. But also, like, was it like a really popular video? Because like that just pops up.
I don't even know. It's like, I don't think so. It wasn't all that exciting of a video. It's not like it had like, I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe everybody liked it. I don't remember. But
yeah, what
it
was
so
the video?
weird.
Maybe I
actually sent it to her because I'm like, this just popped up on my FYP page after you showed me. Mm-hmm. It was like this guy showing his butt, which does not do it justice, but it was just weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
I'll send it to you later.
Or sometimes I will send a TikTok to my friend, and they'll be like, "I just saw that."
I know. That's what I try to resist the urge to, because I have a couple of friends that send me stuff. We send stuff back and forth.
Yeah, me too.
And I try not to be that, like, I've already seen that. I've already seen that.
I mean, if I say that, I try to make it not like, I've already seen that. I'm like, oh my god, I saw that today. And like act excited because I saw it again, you know, when you sent it to me. But, you know, I have a friend who, we have like opposite TikTok schedules. Like, and so I will send like 30 to her, and then like 12 hours later she'll watch all of them, be like, haha, and then send me 30. And then it's just like, we never watch TikTok in the same like time frame.
Yeah. That's how you show affection these days. That's your love language.
Through TikToks.
TikTok videos.
TikToks and memes.
I keep running across people doing lives. Like,
oh, I never do.
Like sleeping.
No, that's a thing. I'm like, why?
And then there's two women that do this where they are, one woman's like actually reading a book. The other woman is just talking on her live. But they're laying down on their stomach, like on a couch or a bed, and they're moving as if they're being mounted from behind. Fully dressed. Oh, they're not. And I'm like, and I of course go straight to the comments of the live video. I'm like, what is going on here? And everyone's doing the same thing. They're like, is she having sex? What's going on?
That's so funny.
And then I go, and I have to investigate more. And I go to their pages, and then it's not anything like that content. It's just like, they don't ever reference it. I'm like, I need to know what's going on.
I never get those. And if I come across lives, it's just weird stuff, like, or not weird stuff, but just like people answering questions or something.
I don't get any of those. I don't get any of those.
Things.
I get people sleeping, and then there's one guy that dresses like he has this like mermaid thing that goes on the bottom part of his, like a sock almost.
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
And he'll sort through garbage.
What?
I think that's his job. I think they're sorting like recycling or something, but it's like literally looks like it's in a garbage pit.
But he does it with a mermaid tail?
Yeah. And he always wears like a beanie cap.
Okay.
And then I don't think he can actually speak. Like, I don't know what the whole story is, and I want to know. That's the problem. I want to know the whole story, but I don't want to actually follow because I don't want this coming up on my...
Right. I mean, but it already comes up on...
I know, and I'm like obsessed with that. I'm like, why does he keep showing up? Because I keep interacting with it. That's why.
Today, I didn't run across this live, but it was just on my regular For You page. It was somebody like reacting to a live that was like pre-recorded, so like she recorded it and then like made a TikTok about it later. But it was a live of this woman just like laying into her husband.
I saw that. I saw it when it was happening, and I'm like, what is going on here?
You saw it on the live?
I think so. I'm pretty sure the live popped up on mine.
It was the woman at like the breakfast table being like, you never do anything around the house. I have to take care of you. Like
I don't want to raise another child.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I saw that today too, and I was like, oh my god. The only option right now, girly, is divorce.
I mean, I can't tell though if it was real.
I don't care. I don't care if it was real. It was entertaining.
Because the fact that, like, how did he not know he was being recorded?
I don't know. Maybe he's stupid.
And I don't know. I guess if I'm really mad at my spouse, partner, whatever, I'm not going to want to record the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know why it was
Something was really kind of sus about it. That's why.
I don't know why it was on live, but it was really funny. It's like people were watching it like it was the morning news.
Yeah, and then I did a bunch of people reacting to it.
Yeah.
Came up like the next day, and
yeah.
I'm like, what? Like, I saw that.
That's
like
what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, during the live, when I went to look at the comments, there were people just basically saying that she was a nag and that they were not real supportive. At least the moment that I saw it.
Oh, see, all of the comments I saw was like, girl, you are not raising this grown man.
Right.
Leave him.
Right.
Yeah. But that's the kind of lives I want to come across.
Well,
People just airing out their dirty laundry for the internet. Like, I want to see that, but all I get is boring stuff.
Well, and then I haven't seen her for a couple of nights, but every night I would see this. I think she referred to herself as "come dance with the white lady," or I think she called it the blonde lady.
Oh,
she's white, but come dance with the blonde lady or the blonde chick. And it's this woman who has like really short, like kind of funky, like blonde hair, and she wears these sparkly belts and jeans, and she just basically dances in front of the camera. Mm-hmm. And people interact with her. It's the weirdest thing. And she's not even really that good of a dancer, to be honest with you.
Well.
But she keeps doing it, so people must interact with it. And I don't get, like, when you send people roses, like, you have to pay for that, right? Like,
Yes.
Have you seen that in live? Like, how do you get money if people are sending you stuff?
I've seen roses. I've seen like presents and stuff, and it doesn't have to be on live. It's on like actual videos too. Like, you see the present icon where like the comment icon.
But do the receiver actually receive a monetary amount for that, or is that just a way to interact?
I don't know, but also like, if it was just a way to interact, like, why? Shouldn't a like be enough?
Yeah, because there's one guy that would, again, my weird lives that pop up, he would just scowl at the camera and get mad every time somebody said, "Quit sending me sunglasses." You know, that kind of. I'm like, get off live then. You clearly don't like this.
I don't understand how it works. I've never gone live on TikTok. I don't plan on doing it.
Well, don't sleep.
No,
I don't want to see that, Molly.
I think that's weird. No, I don't want to see people sleep. I don't want people seeing me sleeping. It's
really weird.
That's weird. I understand, like, sometimes people go live to, like, eat a meal or something because it feels like people are eating with you. And, like, I understand that, but the sleeping thing, it's weird.
Yeah. And I've seen people go live to, like, answer questions from whatever video that they did.
Yeah. Yeah, me
that
too.
blew up.
Mm-hmm. And I understand that, too.
I don't need to know all that story, but I kind of wanted to know the story of the people that aren't telling their story.
Mm-hmm.
Especially what's happening to those girls. They don't even act like they're enjoying it.
This show should be in syndication. Is this the real Southern Justin? I don't think it is. I think this is someone pretending to be Southern Justin in the chat room.
Doesn't Southern Justin spell Southern wrong?
No, I think he's just J Mac in the chat room. I think this is a poser. I think this is a poser. Also, this is not how he types either. I'm thinking this is a fraud. Well, thank you for the compliment, but I don't believe you're Southern Justin.
We need your credentials.
No, Justin has a pretty distinct way of typing and speaking, which I don't think this person possesses. Yeah, especially with all the exclamation marks he's using. I don't think I've ever seen Southern Justin do that. So, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out.
This just reminds me of some of the real crimes where they're like, I don't think she sent that text because there is words spelled wrong, and she never spells words wrong in her text.
Well, the thing is, Southern Justin does spell things wrong in his text, and this one doesn't.
Or like the whole thing, like, she never uses 3 exclamation marks. She always uses just 2.
No, that's literally me right
now. She never abbreviates. She always spells it out. So in other words, if you're going to be a fake person, you better
study that person's like mannerisms and like how they type. Maybe this person just doesn't care that they're
show your face. Fake Southern Justin.
Show your true
Isn't
identity.
that what the station is known for in the chat room? The fake Dirk, fake.
Yeah, fake everybody. And at one point, I think there was like a fake person.
There's never been a fake Cindy, though. No one's ever faked me in the...
One person faked me once when I was still like a teenager, like in high school. Do you remember Kurt Means?
Yes, I do.
Who worked here?
Yeah.
So he has a son, Cody, and he was in high school too at the time. And so there are these 2 people pretending to be me and Cody in the chat room, and they're like, hey, Molly, can I borrow your class notes? And I saw it because I was, like, at the station that day, and I'm like, that's weird. That's weird.
Well, and also, if they're going to fake it, at least be interesting about it.
Cody and I didn't even go to the same school, so, like, why would I be borrowing his notes? Or why would he be borrowing mine? Please, people, if you're going to be fake, be good at it. And don't pretend to be teenagers.
Study a little bit.
Put some thought into it. Get into it, yeah.
If you're going to be fake, be the best darn fake you can be.
Yes. Is there a fake Rex Grand Center? I don't think so. That would be interesting if there was. No, but there's like a fake Ackerman. I don't think I've even heard the real Ackerman at this point. And there's another fake. I don't quite remember. I don't listen to the morning show that often just because I'm usually asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there used to be fake fruit pie, and I don't think they call back anymore. I don't think they've been on for years and years and years. I am pulling these names out of like thin air.
I don't even remember. It's been too long since I've.
Yeah, there's fake Dirk. I don't think I can tell the difference between real Dirk.
Well, I know the real Dirk, so I would like to think I would.
I know the real Dirk, but I feel like somebody could do a pretty good impression of him, and I don't know if fake Dirk does.
Oh.
Because I don't really listen to fake Dirk. I've heard fake Ackerman, and I know Tommy and Steve are frustrated with him, and they don't want him to call back anymore.
He's on a timeout.
So if you're listening, don't call me either.
It's 8.
Oh yeah. We're gonna take a little break for news and weather, and we're gonna come back and we'll talk about whatever. So put something in the chat room, maybe we'll talk about it. And you're listening to the mighty 1630 KCJJ.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Dell Small Business.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. In Chicago, wildfires in suburban Denver send people running for their lives. Colorado Governor Jared Polis.
Gusts of 100, 110 miles an hour can and have moved this fire down a football field in a matter of seconds.
Over 34,000 people have been evacuated from Louisville and Superior, Colorado. KCNC's Alan Janae.
I've had discussions with fire officials, state fire official. The number of homes lost, he is telling me now, is over 300, primarily in the area of Superior. And they are trying the best they can to get as many crews here as they can, as quickly as they can.
The Omicron variant is behind a surge of COVID-19 cases, more than doubling the number of cases per day from just 2 weeks ago. Some hospitals are feeling the strain. In Green Bay, Wisconsin, a 23-person team from the Navy has been dispatched to Bellin Hospital. Navy Captain John Callahan.
We are proud to deploy at the request of your state government and to provide whatever assistance and support we can to ease the burden on Bill Lynn's healthcare team.
The CDC warns against going on a cruise regardless of vaccination status.
The CDC recommendation comes as the agency is now monitoring more than 90 cruise ships. The specific number of cruise travelers contracting COVID has not been released. Colleen McDaniel is editor of Cruise Critic. The CDC action, she says, will have an impact.
It is likely that we'll see maybe a little bit of a lull in the return. Cruise lines themselves have already put a cap on capacity.
The Cruise Lines International Association calls the recommendation disappointing. It says the industry is being singled out. Steve Futterman, CBS News.
President Biden spoke with Russia's Vladimir Putin by phone today about the Russian troop buildup near Ukraine. CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
The president took the call from his home here in Wilmington. It lasted about 50 minutes, and it was requested by Mr. Putin. The White House says that the president told Putin that the U.S. and NATO will respond decisively if Russia invades Ukraine, and that diplomacy can only continue if Russia starts drawing down its military buildup. There are roughly 100,000 Russian troops positioned along the border with Ukraine, a buildup that's remained since the two leaders last spoke just over 3 weeks ago.
CBS News has learned that the U.S. Air Force flew a spy plane over eastern Ukraine specifically to track ground movements. New Year's could see some weather problems in parts of the U.S. WCBS TV's Lonnie Quinn.
On Saturday, Des Moines will have a high temperature of 11 degrees. That's 21 degrees below average. Meanwhile, New Orleans has a high temperature of 81 degrees. That's 21 degrees above average. Where you get those big clashes in temperatures, there's a possibility once again by the time we get to Saturday for more severe weather.
This is CBS News.
Dell Technologies' New Year event can help you save up to 45% on Windows 11 Pro PCs with powerful hardware-based security. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Well, I started my own restaurant because I love to cook. But that also means a lot of greasy pots and pans. And we can't waste time with endless sink changeovers. So we upgraded to Dawn Professional Pot and Pan.
Dawn Professional cleans 58% more pots and pans per sink than the leading competitor.
Less dish soap, fewer changeovers, and more time doing what we love.
Dawn Professional. It's clean. Upgraded. From P&G Professional.
Highlighting female entrepreneurs. Sponsored by Indeed. Here's a new job title, Pet Nanny. Sue Murphy will fly a dog you adopted out of state to you for $500 plus airfare.
The minute I get the puppy, I'm in contact with my clients with pictures and videos. It's not like a real job. I just love it.
Looking for quality candidates this new year? Look no further than Indeed. Our new video interview tool takes the hassle out of virtual hiring. Visit Indeed.com/credits.
From the Hertin and Stalker Studios in the heart of the Hawkeye Nation, this is the mighty 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City.
Hertin and Stalker Jewelers, making memories, making moments.
Now, Iowa City's news first.
I'm Tommy Lang with KCJJ News. A winter storm will bring snow to the region on Saturday and Saturday night. Several inches of accumulation are possible. Strong northwest winds, gusting over 30 miles per hour, will also accompany the system. Wind chills in the minus 15 to minus 25 degree range are likely Saturday night. We'll have an updated weather forecast coming up at the end of this newscast. Iowa City's 911 dispatchers received a call Wednesday morning regarding a bomb threat at a Coralville grocery store. The daily activity log shows a call coming in at 11:15 a.m. regarding Trader Joe's on Poncetti Way. The type of call was changed at the time from a simple threat to a bomb threat. No further details have been released at this time, although KCJJ has been told the bomb threat was a hoax. Officials with the College Community School District say students and staff at an elementary school may have been unwittingly exposed to asbestos for several months. KCRG-TV reports that district officials sent a letter to parents Wednesday about the asbestos concern at Prairie Crest Elementary School. Winter break will be extended for cleanup measures. The letter states that a contractor replacing carpet failed to properly abate asbestos within the carpet glue before removing it during construction work in June. The asbestos was not detected until this month. Subsequent testing on Monday was clear of asbestos, but the district says it will continue to move ahead with cleanup efforts. An Iowa City man who faces several charges from incidents earlier this month has been arrested again this week. Police say 34-year-old Daryl Minifield of South Gilbert Street entered an apartment building on 21st Avenue Place in Coralville Monday afternoon by damaging the front door. Property management was on scene at the time and told authorities that Minifield does not lease a unit in the building. Damage to the door was estimated at $800. Minifield was charged with third-degree criminal mischief, an aggravated misdemeanor punishable by up to 2 years in jail if convicted. Minifield also faces second-degree theft, OWI, driving while barred, and possession of drug paraphernalia charges after he was allegedly found driving a stolen vehicle on December 16th. It was later determined that a phone in his possession was stolen from the Heartland Inn's employee break room the day before, and a third-degree burglary charge was added. In total, Minifield faces up to over 16 years in prison if convicted on all counts. In sports, the University of Iowa women's basketball game against Illinois, scheduled for Sunday at 2 o'clock at Carver Hawkeye Arena, has been postponed out of abundance of caution due to positive COVID-19 tests within the Illini program. The Iowa women's basketball team has now scheduled a game against Evansville for Sunday at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Tip-off for that game set for 11 o'clock Sunday morning, and it will air live on the Big Ten Network. The matchup is the second between the two teams. Iowa defeated Evansville 76-64 during the 1983-84 season. All game tickets and parking passes previously issued for the Iowa game versus Illinois will be valid for the game on Sunday versus Evansville. Doors open at 10 a.m. Fans looking to purchase tickets are encouraged to do so at HawkeyeSports.com. In the event the Illinois game is able to be rescheduled, season ticket holders will be issued a new ticket for that game at a later date. For more information on Iowa women's basketball, including schedule updates, you can go to the Iowa women's basketball section at HawkeyeSports.com. With KCJJ News, I'm Tommy Lang.
KCJJ Weather, brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
With a look at your forecast, I'm meteorologist Ashley O'Connor. Mainly cloudy with areas of fog tonight and a low temp near 20 degrees. Overcast tomorrow with lingering fog. High temps will reach the upper 30s. Chilly on New Year's Eve with a low temp in the upper single digits. A winter storm watch is in effect on New Year's Day for plowable snow. Very cold after that system exits the region. Lows on Saturday night will approach 10 below zero. That's KCJJ weather. Currently, it's 29.
1630 KCJJ, we're back. Hi. From our news break. We have an extremely active chat room tonight, which is rare.
I know, but they're just talking about Rex Brandstatter.
I know. This isn't senior talk. This is...
I mean, I'm close.
Molly Suter, the other... No, you're not senior. Although... if you go by our YouTube channel, it looks like the only two programs on the station are Senior Talk and this show.
Don't they
in a competition.
Post the sports buddies or no?
That's yes, but it's
not weekly.
It seems as if when I look at it, like it's pretty evenly us and Rex, and then sometimes we have like the Police Reports Hall of Fame or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that's funny. In my chat room, you're talking about another show.
Block them. Okay.
Yes. Block.
There's only 3 people there.
Block everyone in the chat room. Yes. Right. So yeah, since they've just been talking about Rex, we don't have any like prompts or whatever to talk about, but I will say after guilt tripping everybody in the chat room to go like my Facebook page, they did. So.
Oh, awesome! So you got three new likes.
I got like 3 new likes and like more likes on my album write up. So thank you for doing that. Even after I was bullying.
That's not bullying.
I think so.
Strongly recommending.
Strongly recommending you like my Facebook page. Alright. So, we talked about TikTok. We talked about... What else did we talk about?
How cold it gets every year.
Oh yeah, I was talking to my neighbor today while we were both scraping off our respective cars. we were talking about how New Year's Eve has kind of lost its charm, like party-wise. I am going to a small gathering tomorrow night, but in terms of like the big spectacle, like going downtown or whatever, I've never done that. I've never had any interest in doing that. In the past few years, I've actually been known to go to bed before midnight. Like, it was, I think, midnight New Year's Eve 2015. I went to bed at 9:30. Just slept through New Year's. Last year, I think I probably just went to bed at my normal time, 10:30, 11. Slept through New Year's.
I'll probably do that. I mean, I try to stay close to a phone just in case the kids need me for something.
Oh, that's right.
Although last year was a bad one because Katie kind of got into trouble, so...
Yeah.
She kept me awake, but we're not going to have that this year, so.
No.
But I don't think I was talking to somebody that came into work. We were talking, oh, big New Year's plan. I'm like, no, not really. And he said that he had been like 49 years sober, so he hasn't really.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, oh, yeah, I'm going on 25th year. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I had that much fun when I did go out.
Really?
Like to big parties.
Yeah, that's right, because you're not a big fan of crowds.
Well, even when I was younger and I would drink and go out and have fun, like New Year's Eve wasn't that much different.
Right.
I mean, I never had those stupid movies that make it look like you're going to like meet the man of your dreams.
You ever had a kiss at midnight, Cindy?
And kiss at midnight and have good luck all year.
I don't know anyone who has good luck all year.
Or whatever you're supposed to do. I don't know, because I've never done that.
Yeah. But it's just like a extra party. It's like celebrating the last year, looking forward to the year to come, but I don't know, it's last year and the year before was kind of bad, so it's hard to celebrate the past year since it was so bad.
It's so sweet. Everyone's like, oh, I can't wait till this year's over. Next year's just going to be better.
No,
That's not.
I do not think that this year. Last year I did because, and it was briefly because of the rollout of the vaccines and stuff. Like, I briefly got a taste of normalcy back, like, once I got vaccinated. But, I don't know. It's just, I'm not the same optimist as I was last year since I am already vaccinated. And I'm like, now I just have to deal with more variants.
Well, I just kept telling people, I'm like, it's just that you're going to get used to how horrible it was. And it won't seem so bad. Like, it's going to be the same stuff every year. Mm-hmm. Nothing's ever going to go back to the way it was. And it shouldn't.
No.
I don't think it should.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should use this as an opportunity to rebirth. And also not be so annoyed by all the stuff that, like, just get used to it. Get used to it.
Get used to what?
Waiting for food because nobody wants to work food anymore. Waiting in lines, not going out all the time, that kind of stuff.
I wasn't going out very much to begin with.
Well, neither was I.
So it doesn't really affect me, although I will say in addendum to nobody wants to work restaurants anymore. It's because they're low. Nobody wants to work low-paying restaurants.
Well, that's what
anymore.
I'm saying. Like, everyone they're not going to go back to what they used to do because they got paid crap and they got treated like crap.
Yes. I just wanted to clarify that in case someone was thinking you were like, oh, nobody wants to work anymore.
No, God, no. You know, I know me well enough to know that I always finish that sentence.
I know you're not like that, but I wanted to clarify for the listeners.
Nobody wants to work anymore. I always pipe up with, for crap wages.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, but yeah, I agree with you there. We should take this opportunity to maybe treat people better.
Well, that too, yeah.
On a structural level.
Yeah, just be nice to people, for God's sakes.
Yep.
But also, it's going to be crappy this coming year, too.
Well, yeah.
Happy New Year!
Someone said Hawkeye vodka is the best. No. Hawkeye vodka is window cleaner. It's not. I mean, it will do in a pinch, I guess.
Last time I had vodka, they had one flavor.
Well, this isn't a flavor. This is a brand. It's a very bottom shelf brand. This is like what you get for your mixers when you're in college, like a freshman in college. This is like the lowest of the low brand of vodka. saying.
Oh, what did we get for Christmas?
What did we get for Christmas? I got a massage voucher, which I will use when and if there are no variants raging everything. So I'll probably wait until probably the summer to use it, just like last time. I got this really cool vacuum. Little tiny vacuum. It's the little green Pro Heat.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna use that. I want to use that for my car, but the thing is, like, it's like you need to plug it into something, and so I'm gonna need like a lot of extension cords.
Can you do it out here though and plug it in?
Plug it in where?
Like in the office?
Oh, yeah, but I still need a bunch of extension cords.
I don't know what your apartment situation is, but
I live in a house.
Oh,
and it's an old house, so there's no plugs on the outside. I asked my landlord for Christmas light purposes, and I was like, "Can I put Christmas lights up?" And he's like, "Well, there's no outlets or whatever, so you could, I guess."
Could do the solar power ones. That's what I was going to do, but I never got around to it.
Ooh, solar power ones.
I've got solar powered lights on my back, like little porch area.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you put the sensor out and you leave it on, at night when it gets dark, the lights come on automatically.
Ooh.
It only lasts for like an hour or two. It's not a very long light, but
hey,
yeah.
Well, that's
but then
something.
it recharges and then goes again.
Yeah. And then my sister actually got me this really nice bottle of Dolce & Gabbana perfume.
Ah.
Like, I had a tester of it, and I'm like, Amy, get me another tester of these. And she's like, nah. And so she bought me the whole bottle.
Awesome.
And so
nice.
I got that. I really like that. What did you get?
My kids, it came a little bit after Christmas, but I opened it up last night. I wanted a new air fryer, like the nice ones that have like the rotisserie kebab dehydrator. I can do everything. So tonight, in between job and here, I used it for the first time, and it has I can put two different shelves.
Ooh.
So I can do a shelf of French fries and a shelf of like fish or whatever. I don't have to like cram it all into one little basket. And then Katie got me, I wanted Crocs.
Yep.
That I can use as slippers, so like the cloth lined Crocs.
Yes.
And I asked the other daughter for baseball caps, because my other job I wear a cap because we go into like kitchen area and stuff.
Right.
So all I have is like this plain pouring black one. So she got me 3 different fun.
Cute.
Like one of them I don't think I can wear out to this job because it's like all sparkle. Like it's pink sparkle.
Cute.
But one says dog mom on it, and the other one's kind of like a leopard print. It's like totally me baseball caps.
Okay.
Those are my favorite gifts.
Yeah, I got more stuff too, but those are like the big ones.
Yeah. Oh, and then my sister got me a comic book compilation from, oh shoot, now I can't remember the guy. It was a cartoon that used to be in the Daily Iowan. Jim's Journal. I don't know if you...
No.
This is like a long time ago.
Also, I've really never read the paper, so I'm not gonna... Or read the paper, like, seriously.
Oh. Yeah, you were born a little too late for that. The Daily Iowan, though, is something you'd get for free. If you were, like, a student.
I'm thinking of the Gazette.
If I remember correctly, it was something you could just pick up, like, on a Wednesday morning or something.
Okay. I believe you.
Anyway. I hadn't even thought about this comic strip for a long time, but I have to read through that. But that's about it.
Yeah. So I had a good Christmas. I'm glad I was able to get together with my family. Unlike last year. Last year we did Zoom presents. And, like, it lasted for forever because my parents went, like, overboard last year because we couldn't actually see each other in person. And so they were overcompensating.
Yeah.
Which I love because I love getting presents. It was like being a kid again.
Yeah. That sucks that you couldn't be. I ended up doing, like, I made a bunch of quiches, so I delivered it to each family member.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Because I like doing breakfast Christmas morning, so we were able to get together and do actual breakfast. Well, brunch, I guess. So it was 10:30, but
Christmas morning we had sausage and biscuits.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Sausage gravy and biscuits?
No, just sausage, like breakfast sausage.
Oh.
No, I actually don't like biscuits and gravy.
I like it. I make it a really good biscuits and gravy too.
I don't like the gravy.
Molly,
I would rather just have the biscuits.
You can't be an Iowa girl and not like gravy.
You know what? I don't like corn either, and I still am an Iowa girl.
Sweet corn even. Although I will say I didn't try biscuits and gravy until I was probably 35 years old.
Oh, I've tried it.
I always thought that it would make the biscuits all soggy, but it
does.
doesn't.
Yes,
no,
it
doesn't. You don't eat it fast enough.
Yes, I do. I eat everything fast enough. I like wolf down my food immediately when I see it, Cindy. Because everything is better if it's hot. If you just leave it, it becomes inedible. So you have to
make the biscuits like crispier.
I don't like it. I would rather just eat the biscuit. Just with the butter. I mean,
I'll take the biscuit with butter too.
I think the gravy is overboard.
I like sausage gravy and biscuits. I love making gravy though. That's like my favorite thing to make.
I'm not wild about gravy. I like gravy on like turkey, like the turkey gravy. For Thanksgiving and Christmas, but like that's it. And when I went to England and Ireland, they smothered everything in like thick brown gravy, and I'm just like, why
not?
It was not my first choice in cuisine.
Chicken fried steak and gravy. Oh my god, so good.
I would rather just eat the chicken fried steak with like pickles.
Pickles on it?
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of no, I'm thinking of tenderloin. I'm thinking of a tenderloin.
I love gravy.
Well, I'm glad you do. I'm glad other people do. It's just not for me personally.
I don't know what HP sauce is.
HP sauce?
Harry Potter sauce?
Harry Potter sauce, yep.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
Hardy's living up in Florida. Biscuits and gravy's okay, but the gravy's usually too peppery or salty. Butter and jam. Yes, Christopher. Butter and jam on biscuits, for sure. And now they're talking about Southern Justin Song of the Week. Guys. Oh, it's the branding. But what's the sauce, though? Like, what? Is it, like, barbecue sauce? Is it ketchup? Is it ranch? What is it?
It's under the sauce. Have you seen that clip?
Yes, it's under the sauce. Where's the cheese?
It's under the sauce.
Italian. It's under the sauce. That's a TikTok sound, by the way, if anybody was lost.
When in doubt.
We're referencing a TikTok, yeah.
If you were cool, you'd be on TikTok too, watching what we watch, or maybe not. You could be on a weird side of TikTok.
I really hope we're inspiring people to go on to TikTok and not the weird side of TikTok, but like our side of TikTok. Like they go up and they download the app, they look up it's under the sauce, and I ain't never been with a baddie and stuff like we've been saying, and they end up on ABCD, yeah, and they end up on our side of TikTok.
Weird lives, sleeping.
Ew, no, wait, I don't want anyone to end up on that side of TikTok.
Next time the mermaid guy comes up, I'm gonna send that to you.
Yes,
I keep sending it to people. I'm like, somebody explain this to me. I don't understand what's going on. It's clearly in a different country. I know that.
He's sorting garbage in a mermaid tail, and you don't think he can talk? As in, like, he's mute?
Like, when he talks on live, he doesn't say words. He just kind of like that. Oh, and that's another one. Have you seen the ones where they say, like, a phrase 1,000,000 times, and they hit a key, like, every time? I forget what one was, but he would just say, I forget, Mr. Robot or something like that. He would say...
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
And, like, if someone's, like, gives him a certain gift, he'll go down 10 times and have to say it 10 more times. It's really weird.
No. I've never seen that.
Where am I on TikTok that I'm seeing all these things?
You're on the weird side of TikTok,
I think I'm on
Cindy.
the TikTok that nobody else sees.
It's a catered for you page. It's for you, Cindy.
One of these days I'm going to say something that pops up and everyone's going to go, oh, I know what side of TikTok you're on.
I saw a dumpster diving video where a guy found some expensive electronic stuff.
So that happens. Like, I follow a couple people that dumpster dive. Yeah,
as well. But she's mostly like
food.
Mine is like Bed Bath and Beyond or Bath and Body Works.
I've seen the dumpsters out at the Coral Ridge Mall. Does that stuff get dumped out there too?
Maybe you should go dumpster diving, Cindy.
We just throw cardboard out there. I don't know, and bags of garbage when I work at Hallmark.
You know, sometimes rather than like going through the effort of restoring or transferring a candle to like a new jar, they just throw it out. In these like TikToks that I'm seeing, and so it's just laziness. People not wanting to like.
Well, I know in some stores, this is a long time ago, Kmart, when they would get rid of their books, they'd have to tear the covers off before they could throw it in the dumpster.
Why? Just donate the books. Or, I don't know. But I saw one, there's this girl dumpster diving the PetSmart dumpster, and she found a live fish. Like a fish that was still alive and was
in the bag or
was left to die in the dumpster.
Aww.
And it was so sad, and I was just like, "What?
I should have rescued it so it could die 3 months later instead of in the."
No, she tried to rescue it. It was too far gone. It was too stressed. It was too whatever. But she tried, and then she went into Petco or whatever pet store it was. I don't quite remember. And she was like, why are you throwing away live animals? That's just not okay. Let me speak to the manager. What are you doing?
Yikes.
I'm just like, yeah, I would report that store.
Well, yeah, and even if it's just a fish, there's got to be a better way to do that.
Okay, it's still a live animal. Yeah. And it's I know, if it's already dead in the tank, yeah, fish it out and you can throw it away. But if it's alive, what?
I remember my dad has had rentals throughout my life, and I went and somebody left one of the apartment or the duplexes, and I went in to clean afterwards. Mm-hmm. There was this big fish tank, dark water. I thought nothing's in it because it looked almost black. And I remember I was cleaning, I was vacuuming, I was getting things moved out because people left a bunch of stuff behind. And I kind of kept looking in the thing, and I kept thinking I saw movement. And I finally realized there were 5 or 6, I want to say goldfish. I don't remember what kind of fish. So I took it out and took it home and put it in a clean thing. And of course, they ended up dying anyway.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad that you at least
I'm not very good with fish.
You tried to save them,
I
though.
felt bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. I had a dream recently where I did that. In the dream, I had forgotten I had fish for a few months, and they were dying in the tank, and I was
That's me with every fish I've ever had.
And it's but it was a quite distressing dream, and I woke up and I'm like, did that happen? Do I have fish somewhere? I forgot to feed. Yeah, but I feel so bad for that because fish are often considered nothing pets. They're just considered I'll just throw a few flakes and whatever, and essentially they are, but they're still a living being. They're still living creatures.
I think it's what's the name of that show? They had a thing about goldfish, basically to be a goldfish, because a goldfish doesn't remember more than a minute.
Yeah.
It was that Apple TV show.
I don't watch Apple TV. So
I'm drawing a blank on the name of the show. He's the football coach, the soccer football coach.
I don't know.
It'll come to me.
I don't know. Anyway, what?
But that's where they were talking about that. But you got to be a goldfish. Just be a goldfish. Start fresh every when something
minute,
bad happens. But then also don't leave goldfish in a bag in a dumpster.
No. Or
flush it down the toilet. Give it a fighting chance.
Or if you leave an apartment, don't just leave fish. That's
yeah.
No, that makes you a bad person. By the way.
Yeah, it was. It was a bad.
That makes you a bad person.
It took me
abandoning any pet.
It was a day or two before I realized there was something in the tank. because I was having to clean the
that's so
place
sad.
out.
That's so sad. Speaking of pets, though, Christopher in the chat room asks, how is Moose, and does he like the snow?
He does.
Good.
Although I think he was kind of confused because the lead that I have him on, like I clip him to this chain thing and send him out back so he can do his business in the morning. He didn't go very far. I realized that it was frozen, underneath ice.
Yeah.
So he couldn't go as far as he usually goes to go poop. So my ex, Moose's dad, bought a new one so we could just start fresh and I don't have to untangle it when it's 20 degrees out. But
right.
He likes the snow. He likes to eat it.
Good.
He likes to run around in it. He does not like the shovel.
He
barked. He barked when I was trying to clean off the little step, my front steps. Barked and barked and barked. And I finally had to put him inside. Or he'll bark at me as I'm shoveling. I'm like, dude, seriously.
My landscaping people came today to shovel my walk and driveway and stuff, and my cats were very freaked out when they were on the porch and shoveling. They didn't. To be fair to them, it is kind of a weird sound if you don't know what it is. It's just someone stomping and scraping on the porch. It's a weird sound. But yeah, they didn't like it at all. They were their ears were back. And they ran out of the room.
They don't go outside at all, do they?
No. Not unless we open. Not unless the wind blows the door open. Sometimes.
We had a customer come in last week or the week before who had a backpack with a cat in it, and you can buy them on Amazon for $25.
Yeah, the one with the spaceman kind of.
Yeah, so it looked like a backpack, only it was hard and it was clear.
Yeah.
On the back, and it had little holes for air.
Oh, yeah, I love those. I don't think my cats would do too well with that. Maybe Hall would, just because he's a curious boy, but Callie would not.
I asked her about it, and she said that just be careful and measure, make sure you measure your animal, because she has another cat at home that could not fit in the backpack. But she had this cute little black and white tuxedo cat and it was a little black backpack. It was so freaking cute. It was really cute.
A few years ago, I saw someone walk his cat downtown. I was walking with a friend, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so cute! And it was friendly too. It let you pet it.
I just don't.
It was so cute.
I don't know I've never met a cat that would do that. They all have their own little.
Some are social like that. Some are really, really good. I think Hall would be good on a leash. My cat Hall, because he is very friendly. When people come over to the house, he doesn't run away or anything, and he loves to be on people's laps. He loves to be cuddled. He loves to be pet.
I guess my family has antisocial. My oldest has a cat, and she left for the weekend and asked me to check on him or her. And so I go, and I had to walk upstairs to get to her apartment. She's got kind of a stair thing. And the cat, I'm looking at the cat. The cat is peeking around. What are you doing here? Literally, giving me a dirty look. And then I get up the stairs, and she runs down the hallway and basically hides under her bed until I leave. I'm seriously? I'm here to love on you. I'm your grandma.
Yeah, that happens.
She was not having it.
Though that happens to Mom when she comes into our house. Callie will hide as if she didn't live with my mother for a year.
You left me to these girls.
Yeah, but Callie's very, very skittish. Mm-hmm. Hall is not.
But dogs are just I don't know you, but I love you.
I know. I love dogs so much.
Hi.
Yeah, that's why I love dogs.
That's why I don't trust dogs. How do you know you like this person that you're licking on?
What I think of it is, most people like dogs, right? So when people see a dog, they're like, oh, hi, dog. Or at least everyone I associate with is like that. And so they go up and they pet the dog. The dog's happy to see them. I think it's the same. I think dogs see most humans and they're like, oh my god, hi! So they think we're cute, just like.
But I'm not that way with dogs. I mean, I'm obviously that way.
That's why I said most people.
Yeah. I don't dislike dogs. I've just not gone googly-eyed over every dog.
I do. Every
I know.
single dog.
I know people like you, yes.
Every single dog I come across, I'm like, you are the most cute being I've ever seen in my entire life.
But the dogs don't care if you're someone like you or someone like me approaching them. They approach you the same way.
Exactly. They have lots of love to give.
But how do you know you're special then?
I love dogs. I don't need to be special, Cindy.
Actually, I know I'm special with the dog because he will come to me over anybody else. But I think I'm his pack leader.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Steve's in the chat. Hi, Steve. What is he?
Is he making sure we don't curse again?
No, he's talking about January 6th. What? Oh. Apparently goldfish can actually remember things for at least 5 months.
How do you know that?
Steve says it.
Scientist.
Wow. That's cool.
I don't know how they figure that out, but
I
don't know how they know that.
How do scientists figure out anything, Cindy? I'm not a scientist. I am a radio personality.
I'm not even that.
You are.
I'm the other girl.
But you're right. But you're here, aren't you?
That's
you're
true.
on the radio and you have a personality.
I do, yes.
So
good or bad, yes.
Congratulations, your radio personality. But yeah, speaking of dogs and snow, last year, during like that really bad snowstorm that we had exactly a year ago, actually, I remember my parents sent me a picture of Wopsy, and they were like trudging out for a walk, like a very short walk, just so she could like, you know, go to the bathroom. And the picture is of her like wide-eyed with like snow all over her muzzle and her face. Like she just looks like shell-shocked a little bit. And it's just so funny. So I wonder if she'll have a good time on Saturday. I'll be with her because Mom and Dad are at the bowl game. And so I am watching the dog.
Where's the bowl game?
It's in Orlando, Florida.
What bowl is it again? The Cheese Knit Bowl or something like that? What is it?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't follow sports.
What bowl are we playing?
It's against Kentucky.
The Chili
Bowl? I know
Bowl?
that. No, it's here.
It's in Florida?
Iowa versus Kentucky. Let's see. It's the Citrus Bowl. It's the Citrus Bowl. Yeah.
The Fish That Saves... That sounds familiar. The movie called The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh.
The what?
The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. That sounds really familiar.
No,
I think it was like in the 80s.
I've never heard of that. Well, it's the 80s. I don't really know the 80s.
I like vaguely recall that. I don't think I watched it.
I know the music in the 80s, but most of the other cultural
There's a whole
milestones
soundtrack
are
that you can...
lost on me.
1979.
Oh.
An astrologer, Stockard Channing, who I love, helps a water boy,
Rizzo.
James Bond III, match players to his basketball team star, Julius Erving, whose sign is Pisces. That is the worst synopsis. That sounds like a horrible movie.
Yeah. A Pisces playing basketball?
I don't know why he's a Pisces. Oh, because he's a fish. That's why.
That's why. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Well, let's see what this one has to say. Hello, you're on the air. Wait, maybe that's what they were
tell us.
They were calling to say it's because he's a fish.
Like, what does his horoscope have to do with this?
It's because an astrologer, I guess.
It's attracted a cult following.
Oh,
well,
well,
that's hey. I wonder if this is showing anywhere. It's disco-inspired setting and soundtrack, and it has a bunch of NBA stars, which Julius Erving, who's Dr. J.
That actually sounds like a very, very bad movie that I will not be watching.
I don't know what other NBA stars. Jonathan Winters, I remember him. Meadowlark Lemon. He's not NBA. He's like the Globetrotters, isn't he?
I don't know. You're
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is in it.
Oh.
I know that name.
He was in Airplane, too.
I don't know. Flip Wilson, I remember him from the Middle Ages of the 80s and the 70s.
When dinosaurs roamed the earth?
Yes. They all wore shoulder pads back in the 80s.
Yep.
My daughter did a TikTok of like pretending to be like a businesswoman in the 80s. It was really cute. She was very cute in it. But I had to comment, I'm like, you need bigger shoulders. Because she didn't have shoulder pads.
Oh, yeah.
We wore shoulder pads in the 80s.
Why doesn't she consult you before
I don't
doing
know.
these videos?
I don't know. But her hair wasn't big enough either.
Yeah, everything was bigger in the 80s, apparently. And in Texas. Imagine being in Texas in the 80s.
Oh, my God.
So big.
The bigger the hair, the closer to God.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't think that's true, but...
I don't know.
Oh, speaking of big hair, I finally saw the movie Tammy Faye.
I don't
Tammy
know.
Faye Baker.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sure you've seen people make fun of her. She's the one that in the 80s that she was married to Jim Baker. They were an evangelical couple that like basically kind of started Praise the Lord PTL channel.
So I just need to know she has big hair.
She's got big hair. She always wore like really thick mascara and thick eye shadow. She was quite a character.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a really great show on Amazon. You can order it for, like, rent it now. But it was like I think it showed at the downtown theater, the theater downtown that does all the weird, like...
Film scene?
Yeah, film scene.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I finally got to see it. It's really good. You should watch it. If you like that sort of thing. It's like a documentary, but it's like they're actors playing the characters, and the actors that they have playing the two characters really are spot on from what I remember. Tammy Faye and Jim Baker, but
so you watched that?
Yes, I did.
All right.
I only brought that up because we were talking about big hair and big
that's
makeup.
Right. We were
and the
talking
80s.
about that.
It was the 80s.
It was.
Jim Baker got in trouble because he allegedly slept with a woman at a hotel and then tried to pay her off.
Oh.
You don't remember any of this? Is before your age, but it would have come up at some point in time.
I don't know. It never has. It never has. I'm a 93 baby. I don't really remember being
before then. Okay, I always forget how much of a baby you are.
I'm a baby.
People in the chat room have got to remember.
I'm sure they do. Y'all help us out.
I don't think they're listening to us anymore. I think they're just talking to each other about fish.
Well, maybe we should be still talking about fish then. I like fish. Except shrimp. I won't eat shrimp.
I don't know why I get so mad when you don't eat the foods that I love. That's more food for me to eat.
I won't eat sushi either. I don't like sushi.
Well, let's go out to sushi.
That's mostly...
Let's go out for sushi and then I'll eat it all.
I will say that's mostly because of the rice around it. I feel like it's not very flavorful. And
but they put stuff in the rice to make it different than regular rice.
No.
Sushi rice is different. It's like sweeter.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. And so when people are like, oh my god, let's get sushi, I'm like... No.
You're the person that orders the chicken nuggets off of the menu, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not at the Japanese restaurant, I don't, but if
you don't like sushi, stick with the California roll. There's like no real meat in it.
I mean, I don't really like the rolls. I've had like spring rolls. I've had other kinds of rolls, and I'm just like, I'm not a fan of this style.
My favorite thing. If I had to eat one food for the rest of my life, it would be sushi.
You see, a lot of people think that, and I just feel like it's not flavorful enough. Because I've had several. I keep trying sushi. I never find one that's like worth it to me. It all tastes pretty bland.
Have you had the Philadelphia roll?
Is that with cream cheese?
Yes. It's really good.
I don't think I have. I haven't tried every sushi. I've just had several
I've tried
kinds
every
of
sushi, and I've only found one roll I don't like, and that's the spider roll.
Do they have
It's
spiders
not
in
made
it?
of spiders,
Oh.
but it's it's that soft shell crab, which I've decided I think that's what I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the sushi the better, like sashimi, which is just the raw fish by itself. I love that, but it's too expensive. I can't just eat that.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing. Like people, my sister loves sushi, and so she'll get sushi all the time. And I'm like, isn't that expensive? Just to like have it all the time.
It depends on where you go. I mean, if you go to like Hy-Vee, you can get it pretty decently priced. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. I mean,
Amy seems to like it.
And New Pie does some pretty good groceries type sushi, but it's not. It just depends on where you go. But if you can limit yourself, when I go out, it's not cheap because usually I eat way too much. But I have found that the sushi burrito, like at Three Samurai, they have a sushi burrito for like $12, and it's like a big sushi, so it's very cost effective.
I'm glad you like it.
Like a burrito, but it's sushi.
That sounds bad.
Sushi burrito. It's like my favorite thing. I love it. It's like a big sushi roll, basically.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very appealing to
but
me.
I like I like the salmon eggs. I like the sea urchin. I love all of it.
I like salmon when it's like grilled.
I like that too. I like anything out of the ocean, quite frankly.
I like most things out of the ocean that I've tried, except shrimp and sushi.
Yeah, and I love shrimp too.
I don't like the aftertaste and the texture. Everything about it I don't like.
I mean, like sushi is definitely a texture thing, and that's what I like about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I really like mussels.
I've had those, yes.
They're so good.
What about oysters? On the half shell? So good.
I don't think I've had oysters.
They're really good.
I've had, on my most recent trip out east, when I visited my family in New Haven, I had clam chowder for the first time.
Oh, that's yummy.
But that's mostly like cream and stuff, and so you couldn't really taste the clam in it. But I liked that.
I don't know that I've ever had like a seafood chowder that you could really taste.
Exactly. But it was good.
Yeah.
It was like a thick soup.
Good soup.
I've had a lobster roll too, which I didn't find as good as like the hype made it out to be. Lobster, I guess, is fine.
Is that like a lobster sandwich, basically?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know that I've ever had one of those, but I want to try one.
It's like a lobster po' boy.
And I have had shrimp po' boys. Oh my god, they're so good.
Yeah, this is a lobster po' boy, essentially.
Actually, Monica's does a really good shrimp po' boy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It's
that I will
messy,
never eat.
which I like. Yeah.
Monica's has a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a while. I can't wait until like the weather warms up. I can go like on patios again.
I hate eating outside though. That's the thing.
Oh, I love eating outside.
I hate it.
Especially during the pandemic. I only get like carry out and outdoor dining.
I will only eat outdoor if it's a picnic.
Really? Oh, I hate picnics.
Or a barbecue, or I'm camping.
I feel like picnics are just like I'm sitting in the grass and like my food is on the ground.
I
don't
sit
like
at a picnic table. You don't have to sit on the grass.
Oh, well, for me, for some reason, when I think of picnic, I think of like the blanket on the ground. I don't like that.
I don't. I'm too old for that crap.
I am too.
But I don't like eating outside.
I think the last picnic I went on, well, I was
will
like
if
20, and I was like, I'm too old for this.
If everyone else is eating outside, I will, but I'd rather have it indoor.
See, I like being on the patio, having a drink, and talking to my friends. That's like what I love. And that's why I like spring and summer and into fall.
But I like air conditioning.
I do too, but like you're only out there for like an hour or two, and then you go back into the air conditioning.
I'll just stay in the air.
Also, like I don't usually go in like the heat of the day. I'll go in the evening. Yeah.
When it's all buggy.
No.
I just don't like being outside.
Which is fair and valid. I would rather deal with, like, bugs than, like, the air hurting my face like we're in for this weekend. Yeah.
I'm just glad that my Saturday, like, work thing canceled out. So I'm like, ugh. Because I didn't want to have to drive someplace.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to just worry about my kids driving places.
Allie, Katie, if you're listening, just stay put. Don't go anywhere.
I'm trying to talk them into it, but...
Where are they going? Where could they possibly be?
They both have to work.
Oh, well. Yeah, I guess if you have to go to work, do that. But, like, if you don't have to be outside, if you don't have to go anywhere, don't. Because you will end up in a ditch. And, like, that's not fun.
Ugh, I hate this. I hate having...
Knock on wood, but...
I hate having kids and having to worry about them all the time.
Well, whose fault was that, Cindy? You chose to have them. Or did you?
I did, yes. I didn't choose to let them get driver's licenses, though.
Well, they age. Most people in America have most people in America have a driver's license. Not everyone, but most people.
Not everyone. Why couldn't my kids just be the ones that just stay home and don't do anything?
Oh, I think my parents would have killed me. My mom would have killed me if I didn't. If she still had to cart me around everywhere. Oh, she would hate it. I would hate it too, honestly.
Yeah.
But I don't like driving. I wish I lived in Europe. I could just take the metro.
I don't think it's as easy as that makes it sound.
What do you mean?
You think you can just go on it? Like, there's countries where people don't drive?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh.
I just meant, like, public transportation is famously better and more efficient in Europe. And because, like, a lot of the cities are just, are way less spread out. And so it's easier to link up a city via, like, a metro system or, like, a really tight bus schedule. It's much easier there than it is here.
That's a good point.
That's what I meant. I didn't mean nobody in Europe drives, because of course they do. But if I lived in a big city like London or whatever, I would not drive. I would not have a car. I would use public transportation, but that isn't possible here. There is public transportation here, but, like, it doesn't go all the way out here.
That's true. There's a lot of places that are dead zones for...
Yeah. Like, most of...
Like, even in United City.
Yeah. Like, the bus doesn't go everywhere.
Right. Like, I don't think a bus comes out to where I live, which we're right on the edge of town.
Yeah.
It's not like...
I don't know if it does. Maybe like, one route goes out, but I don't know. I haven't taken the bus in a while, so...
Neither have I. I don't even... Yeah. But
I don't know.
I don't know that I've ever seen one go out there.
I would feel like it would probably be beneficial to at least have one route that goes out
I
there.
would think so. I mean,
yeah, just because there's a lot of people who live there.
Pocket of people there.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, well.
But no, absolutely, they would not come out here.
No. You'd have to walk from the park, probably.
Or like, if they dropped me off right
at the end of the lane.
Yeah, at the end of end of
Napoleon.
Sand Road. Yeah, and so I would have to trek over. Because, like, when you're driving, it doesn't feel like that long. But, like, if you had to walk from here to Sand Road, that would take a while.
It would.
Unless I was, like, running, which I guess I could have. But I'm not going to.
Just bike it. Just take a bike.
Would take a bike on the bus with me?
Yeah. Some of the buses have the things that you hook the bike onto the front.
Oh, that's right. I don't trust myself to be efficient with that. And so I'm not going to. Or, like, it would break. And
I could see myself just, like...
I would be holding up the schedule. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be
I'm just trying to hook this on.
Exactly.
It's not staying.
I don't want to be a hindrance on anyone's schedule. I would just rather not. Also, I have not ridden a bike since I was, like, 14.
I rode one with the kids a long time ago, probably 10, 15 years ago. And I did not like it. Mm-hmm. But I'm adding it to my list. I'm going to make a list of things I have always said I will never do.
And do them?
And do some of them.
Hey. Like what else?
Like ride a bike. For fun. I've always said I'll go fishing, but I won't put a worm on the hook or clean the fish. Well, maybe I should learn how to do that.
Maybe. I've gone fishing before too, but left all the hard work to the other people.
It's not that it's hard, it's just gross.
Yeah.
But that would be something I think, oh, I never want to do that. I'm drafting the list as I think about it. I had a couple things on it. I can't remember what the other ones were.
Turning in your head.
We can talk about that next time.
Yeah.
I had the list somewhere. I can't remember where I saved it though.
So you've never ridden a bike? Is that what
I have ridden a bike? I've always said I'm not gonna ride a bike for fun. Like people do it for fun.
See, I would, but what makes me nervous is how adults cannot ride bikes on the sidewalks. You have to use the streets. And I don't think I would feel comfortable sharing the road with drivers, because a car is a hunk of metal like screaming down the road, and you are a cyclist. And there are bike lanes and stuff. I don't like that we have to share the road. And I'm always really careful around cyclists, but I feel like if I were a cyclist, I would be too nervous and it wouldn't be worth it.
Probably.
But that's just me, and maybe that's weird to people, but
maybe I'll keep it to like the bike paths.
Yeah, but that's another thing. Then you have to like somehow get to the bike paths.
Well, I've got one like right off my, like I just have to get across that 218 and get over, and then it starts. Like that big sidewalk starts.
Mm-hmm. I could ride a bike on like my residential streets. I just wouldn't want to go on like one of the main streets, you know.
Well, let's get bikes and we'll go biking. People do that. They go biking for fun.
They do, and for exercise. And I'm sure it is fun. I just don't want to I don't want to bike on the main roads, is what I'm saying. And I don't want to have one of those bike mounts for my car because I'm afraid it's going to fall off. A lot of this has to do with like anxiety of not knowing how to do things.
Well, that's what I'm thinking too. So when I'm scrolling through my Facebook feed, I see people doing stuff. I'm like, that looks like fun, but that's not. I think to myself, that's not something I would do. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to look at those things and say, well, maybe why won't I do it?
Yeah. I don't think
that'll be my challenge of 2022.
Yeah, I have to think about that too. I was doing, I don't know, I was trying to think about the last 2 years and when I did things, and I'm just like, they've blurred together. I don't know what was 2020 and what was 2021. My foot has fallen asleep. So when we get up, I'm going to have to
limp.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have like a minute. What do you want to say? Oh, Happy New Year, everybody.
See you next year.
Well, actually,
I'll see you next year.
Well, I'll see all of you tomorrow. I'm on from 1 to 6. There's no Lex and Terry. It's just me.
Hey, if I get motivated, maybe I'll try and bring the dog out.
Yeah,
possibly.
Do that.
I don't know. It just depends on whether or not I decide to get dressed
I
tomorrow.
I need to meet Moose.
If I decide to put on clothes,
that'll be your goal. House in. That'll be your goal for tomorrow. Okay. Put on clothes.
I'm not wearing a bra though.
That's fine.
Okay.
You don't have to. All right. Is Moose gonna wear a bra?
He doesn't, but he wears I'll put a leash on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't wait to meet him. He's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
He's a good boy.
I always tell people he's very friendly, but he's not very well trained. Because he'll like jump on you.
Well,
not like jump on you, but you know what I mean.
Steve's dog Lily will jump on me as well, but I welcome it because she's like 100 pounds, and when she jumps on me, she like knocks me over, and I love
Bruce
that.
is not that big.
No, he's not that big.
But he will lick you all over your face.
I love every dog I see. Every dog I come across, I love it.
I love Moose.
Anyway, so Our time has now come to an end. Thanks for listening to possibly the last Molly Suter and the Other Girl of the Year. If you bring Moose, I'll have you
It'll
say
be
hi.
Molly Suter and Moose.
Molly Suter and Moose! Yes! All right, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1. You're listening to the Mighty 1630 KCJJ.
From the Hertine and Stalker Studios in the heart of the Hawkeye Nation, this is the Mighty 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City.
Hertine and Stalker Jewelers, making memories, making moments.
Now, Iowa City's news first.
I'm Tommy Lang with KCJJ News. A winter storm will bring snow to the region on Saturday and Saturday night.